And in business news, in a strategic move aimed at fostering collaboration and driving positive change within the accounting profession, the Chief Executive Officer of the Association of Strata Certified Accountants, ACCA, Mrs. Helen Brand, visited Nigeria to engage government officials and professionals in the accounting and financial sectors. We have details in this report.
During her visit, Mrs. Helen Brand has been actively engaging with key stakeholders in Nigeria's financial sector. Her discussions with government officials focus on reinforcing the importance of ethical practices, transparency, and accountability in financial reporting. Speaking at the end of the signing ceremony of a Memorandum of Understanding in Abuja with the Financial Reporting Council, the Chief Executive Officer of Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, Mrs. Helen Brand, says she wants professionals to enforce accounting standards.
We're one of the first bodies to commit to being a capacity building partner with the ISSB, and we want to share what we're doing with the FRC in promoting adoption of those standards. There are two aspects to that. One is awareness, so that people understand that reporting to sustainability standards can actually drive change in businesses.
E, stands for digitalization. Ensuring that what we do is compared with our counterparts anywhere in the world. Not only complement, but it will really heighten our success rate when it comes to oversight and regulation.
The accounting body also paid a courtesy visit to the Ministry of Finance, where the CEO of the ACCA harped on the importance of proper resource management, particularly at this time when economies are struggling to survive.
We have become very involved in, especially over recent years, in PFM reform, where we believe that the effective use of public resources is going to be absolutely critical in addressing the challenges that I just mentioned.
It will be our pleasure to see that our staff capacity has improved, because training is not welfare. Training is to develop. I am the product of capacity building and development. Probably if I didn't have some of those trainings, I would not be here. So it will give me joy for our staff to also benefit from such.
The ACCA and FRC also agreed on the exchange of professional ideas, strengthen sustainability reporting and promote good governance across the board.
Moving on, the Nigerian Customs Service is intensifying its fight against illegal wildlife trade and trafficking. In a bid to enhance their capabilities, the Customs Service is expanding capacity building initiatives for all its officers and personnel. This development comes as the consortium of international partners, including the United States, led support to the Nigerian Customs Service. Ifunaya Eze reports.
During an on-site evaluation of the Customs Training College facilities, the Commandant, Comptroller Haniel Hadison, assured international partners that the college is ready to receive their support. He emphasized the importance of their contributions in achieving set objectives for capacity building.
The Comptroller General of Customs so much believe in capacity building. We would like them to come in with, now everything's centered around technology. We will need them to bring in their capability and competency in the use of technology in the fight against these illegal activities, particularly our officers and men. There's need for them to be trained in the usage of drones, particularly at the borders, at the seaports, at the airport, and even within the system, and particularly also ungoverned spaces. In Nigeria, we have a lot of ungoverned spaces, so the use of technology will help Nigerian Customs Service to carry out its function, particularly as it regards to enforcement.
Assistant Controller Abimbola Isafiade, in charge of the Nigeria Customs Service Special Wildlife Unit, expressed gratitude for the visit of the collaborators. She highlighted the significance of the upcoming training sessions in equipping officers to combat illegal wildlife trade and trafficking effectively.
In addition to the partnership that we have with the likes of Wildlife Justice Commission, we are partnering now with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife. We had a meeting last month where they pledged their support, and here they have come and assess the environment, to see what we have, the facilities we have, for them to be able to know what and where to step in terms of capacity building. So the capacity building now is now going to go far and wide. We want to train practically all the men and officers of Nigeria Customs Service. This is what this exercise is come and establish. A needs assessment, and then the next is to begin the training for all officers on understanding what it takes to combat illegal wildlife trade and trafficking.
In a stern warning to perpetrators to cease their illegal activities, officials emphasized that the enhanced training of officers will lead to swifter interceptions and arrest of offenders. Ifunanya Eze, TVC News, Lagos.
And the stock market has maintained a positive posture for the second day of this week, holding up the expectations of gains for many investors. Let's join Effiong Gekop for more.
If you have bought the shares of the Nigerian Exchange Group, you will take home dividends on your investments. This will happen as the NGX has set aside 1.5 billion naira for the payment of dividends to shareholders. The group, in its 2023 annual report, says it has made a profit after tax of 5.25 billion naira. The amount was higher than 591 million naira of 2022. And going to the trading floor, the stock market closed in green the second day this week. Performance by Transcorp Power and First Bank Holding lifted trades in many sectors. Some big banks also added weight to market performance. The index moved up by 0.35% to underscore the trend of gains. Stocks that dropped their prices included MCN, UBA, African Prudential Insurance, Sterling Bank, and Cadbury. 397 million units of shares valued at 31 billion naira were crossed in the markets. Effiong Gekop, TVC News, Lagos.
And almost finally, Meta platforms Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger went down earlier in the day in what appears to be a huge outage. The platform users found themselves unable to load the app or websites as normal. On Facebook, affected users found they had been logged out and were unable to get on, while Instagram refused to work at all. The warnings about being logged out led to outspread concerns among users that their accounts had been hacked, and varieties of concerns phrased trending on X, formerly known as Twitter. WhatsApp, which is also owned by Meta, appeared to be working normal. However, the platform services are back online with users sharing experience during the outage. Well, wrapping up now, crude oil prices fell for a second day in early hours of Tuesday. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude is selling for $78.69 up. It's down, 0.06%. A Brent crude is up 0.07% to sell at $82.86. Bonnie Light is down 1.01%, selling at $86.32. OPEC basket is up 0.78% to sell at $82.65.